Keith Cardell here, entry number 30 in Virginia Beach. Today is Tech Day. Tomorrow is the prologue, and the day after that, we begin the 2021 motorcycle Cannonball. And I thought I'd give you a tour of my shop. And so this is my shop. We're parked in the church parking lot right now. A couple other teams here that have, because the hotel that we're staying at along the side of the beach, of course, doesn't have parking for rigs. So anyway, let me give you a tour of my shop. This is the truck up here, the Ford F-250. In the bed of it, we have a generator back there. I don't know whether you can see it. It's back there in the corner. So all I have to do is drop the tailgate and start and pull the generator out on the tailgate, and also carrying the ice chest and other lawn chairs and other stuff that can get wet in here. So I ordered a large size door with this in case we ever had to emergency wise get a motorcycle out through the door. I got a TV set hanging on the door. Talk about a little bit about that in a second. So inside the trailer, when I ordered this trailer, I ordered it with two requirements. Is that number one, it had to be from the bumper of the truck to the back bumper of the trailer had to be 40 feet so that it would fit in 2 parking spots, which we're happening to be doing right here in this church parking lot right now. And the other requirement is that the trailer had a high enough ceiling for a lift. And so we have a lift here that we can put temperamental Judy on and raise her up to the ceiling. Have a Happy Jack right there. That's supposed to be a Happy Jack bed. It's electronic, so you can press the button and you can make it go down and make it go up. But we're not using that as a bed. We're using that as storage. As a matter of fact, if you look right here and you say, what the heck is that? Well, that's a spare gas tank that's wrapped up in a beach towel with tape around it. And we're close to an air base here, so there's fighter jets going over all the time. Like any good shop, I tried to put a lot of pictures in here. So here's some early pictures of Keith Cardell doing stunts on his Sportster. Right here we have some oil racks, and I still have oil in cases that I have to get out. Temperamental Judy goes through a lot of oil. This is a total loss oil system on this bike, and so you have a pump up here on the gas tank that you once every 10 miles add an ounce of oil to it. We're not running oil rings, and so consequently the oil gets burned off, but it keeps the cylinders well lubricated. In terms of oil too, we're running Valvoline oil in the engine and running Lucas oil in the gearbox, and they're both 50 weight oil. I mean, sometimes we run 60 weight in the engine, but the difference between Lucas and Valvoline is that Lucas is blue in color, and so that way when we see oil on the ground, we can look at the color of it and we know whether it comes from the engine or the gearbox. There's my number plate, number 30. And new this year is that we replaced the front wheel. Previously, I had been running with a motocross front brake, and it just didn't have any stopping power. So this front brake here came off of probably a late 1960s Honda 350 and double leading cam brakes. So a lot better stopping power, which I'm going to need going through the mountains this year. So anyway, we got some aerosol cans there. And of course, we got our scoreboard up there. So every stop that we're going to do on the Cannonball, going from Virginia Beach way over there to the left, all the way here to Oceanside, California on the end. And that's the objective, is to accomplish every mile. Let's see, over here on the other side of the shop, we got an engine chart back there. And basically the bottom 3 engines are the engines that are being used in this Cannonball. Judy's engine is at bottom center, which says 1911 to 1929 F-head engine for it. So over here we've got spark plugs and tie wraps and pins and things, and that's a socket set that can be opened up. And then we have a sink with 5 gallons of fresh water and a drain water tank. and we got all of Tommy Sloan's tools. Tommy Sloan is my engine builder, and he's going to be coming in tomorrow and be here for the kickoff on Friday morning when we take off for Greenville, North Carolina. So then up here in the loft area, this is our warehouse. And you notice that there's tires up there. Oh, there was a couple of spare tires that fell down on the ground. I need to pick them up and put them up there. Some of those are spare tires, some of those are spare wheels. And so we have the front and rear clincher wheel, but we also got the front brake wheel that with the Yamaha brake on. I mean, just in case you never know about if you were to damage a wheel and need a replacement wheel. Also have a front end back there as a spare, and if you look right back there in the center, I guess you can't see nothing but a white plastic bag. Underneath that white plastic bag is a spare engine, complete with JD jugs. JD jugs are reproduction jugs. They call them jugs because they're cylinders and heads all molded into one piece. And Stuart in Australia does a wonderful job making those. And so we have a set on the spare engine. Of course, my t-shirt collection, which goes back many years, and a first aid kit, and a microwave oven, and some files hanging up here. Here's a list of the hotels that we're going to be staying at on the Cannonball trip, with phone numbers up ahead. And this little table here is where you set the pizza when you're having pizza. But underneath the table is a laptop computer, and so I'm going to be editing videos in my spare time, and videos such as this one, and uploading them to YouTube. And that laptop does plug into the 12-volt TV set that's out there, so if I want to play it for some people in the area. So besides the front brake on the bike, what else is new is I have a crash camera set up. I have a front one and a rear one that are continuously recording, just like a normal dash cam on a vehicle. And that's what this display is back here for. I don't need to be looking at it. You've got the chart recorder. I haven't put in new charts. This is the chart left over from the 2021 Cannonball that talks about where the turns are and things like that. So anyway, this is a tour of my shop, and I tried to fix it up like a shop. I do have up here, I have a photograph of my wife and kids, and my sponsors are KD Machine and Bartell's Harley Davidson, and there's an advertisement for a 1923 Harley Davidson JD. And oh, by the way, so there are some of my favorite aircraft: F-25, F-35, F-22, the U-2, and Senior Scout. Boy, do I have stories to tell about those someday. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the tour of my trailer. Stay tuned, is that there are going to be a lot more videos on this Cannonball adventure. Hashtag Keith Cardell, number 30. Take care.